Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, no. Hey, relax. Everybody, relax. Edgar Berlanga, Tio, relax. Everybody. Huh? No. We can't do this. Chill out. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Mo. Shot himself. A.k.a. El Adobo. A.k.a. El Sazón. A.k.a. El Borracho. A.k.a. Café Bustelo. A.k.a. Pastor de Boxeo. It's time to preach. Vamos a predicar. Relax. Edgar Berlanga took it to Twitter. Y'all already know that Edgar Berlanga exceeded the expectation this past weekend when he faced Canelo Alvarez, got defeated by Canelo Alvarez, but y'all already know Canelo Alvarez is the king of boxeo, el rey de boxeo, King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man. A lot of people was hating on Edgar Berlanga. A lot of people was going against Edgar Berlanga. A lot of people didn't believe in Edgar Berlanga. And I understand that Edgar Berlanga is probably a little bit mad, a little bit frustrated and annoyed that somebody that he feel he was cool with didn't support him. Because Teofimo Lopez, who was in the camp with Canelo Alvarez and looks up to Canelo Alvarez, just like Edgar Berlanga looks up to Canelo Alvarez. Remember, Edgar Berlanga said that that's his idol. So let me break it down. Let me break it down. And I want both sides and everybody, the Latino community, because this is one of the things that I don't like, is when people say that you're not a real Puerto Rican because you wasn't born in Puerto Rico. You're not a real Dominican because you wasn't born in Dominican Republic. You're not a real Mexican because you wasn't born in Mexico. This is one of the things I don't like about the Latino community, my community. That's one of the cons that I hate, how we divide each other in that sense. And I believe that Edgar Berlanga did just that when he tweeted that Teofimo Lopez, you're not from New York. Stop jacking NYC. You was never here. This is my city, homie. Now, we all know that Teofimo Lopez was born in New York, Brooklyn, right? But also he grew up in Florida. But he was born here. And he breathes and ignite the New York fans when he fights. You know what I'm saying? His pops, his family's from New York City. Edgar Berlanga, you was not born in Puerto Rico, right? But you bleed and you feel Puerto Rico from the island and stuff like that because your parents and family members are also from Puerto Rico, right? So does that make you a fake Puerto Rican, not a Puerto Rican? No, you are a Puerto Rican. And I actually disagreed when Oscar De La Hoya said what he said.
Because I asked to see your Puerto Rican birth certificate? You're not really Puerto Rican?
See, I disagree with Oscar De La Hoya when he was coming at you like that. Because remember, the Mexican fans was coming at Oscar De La Hoya like that when he faced Julio Cesar Chavez a long time ago, right? When they was calling him a fake Mexican, right? Even though that Oscar De La Hoya is Mexican pride as well, just like he's East LA. Just like Teofimo Lopez is Brooklyn pride. Just like you are Puerto Rican pride, right? So that's one of the things I think that Edgar Berlanga should not engage with. And saying that you're not really this and you're not really that, because they was doing it to you to the build-up of Canelo Alvarez. They was doing it to you and you ain't like it, right? As a matter of fact, it actually justifies Oscar De La Hoya's statement, unfortunately, because they didn't play the Puerto Rican national anthem before the fight with you and Canelo Alvarez. And as a matter of fact, you didn't like that they didn't play the Puerto Rican anthem, the Puerto Rican anthem before you got in the ring to face Canelo Alvarez. And you tweeted out, they never sang the Puerto Rican national anthem. I'm so effing upset. I'm sorry, Puerto Rico. It wasn't my fault. You feel like there was a slap in the face, right? To you and Puerto Rico, right? But then somebody else, like Oscar De La Hoya, would say, I told you you're not really Puerto Rican, right? Let me say this as well. Teofimo Lopez has a friendship with Canelo Alvarez. Teofimo Lopez had, and Edgar Berlanga had a cordial, the family, Berlanga, the Tios, had a cordial association because they're from New York and they're Latino. You know what I'm saying? And Edgar Berlanga has fought in the undercard of Teofimo Lopez and things of that nature. So, of course, you want to support one another, right? And I know it gets kind of, fickle when you know somebody, you're about to fight with somebody, but you cool and you admire somebody. Look, Edgar Berlanga's in the biggest fight of his career, and probably will be the biggest fight of his career. That will probably be the biggest fight of his career, even if his career continues, right? It will always probably be Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez is just that much of an icon, right? And like I was saying earlier, Edgar Berlanga, that's your idol. But Teofimo Lopez also look up to Canelo Alvarez. And Teofimo Lopez has the opportunity to work out with Canelo Alvarez. And Teofimo Lopez has the opportunity also to work with Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez team, in which they have reported that they're looking to work. They looking to work together and partner up. And Eddie Reynoso may be his trainer alongside with his father, Teofimo Lopez Sr. So it's kind of, if you think about Edgar Berlanga, if you was in the position of Teofimo Lopez, let's say if Canelo Alvarez versus Teofimo Lopez and Canelo Alvarez invite you, Edgar Berlanga, you remember you said that Canelo is your idol. If Canelo Alvarez invite you to camp, would you go to that opportunity? Would you know what I'm saying, accept the opportunity, or would you decline because you're like, nah, T.O. is gonna be fighting. I support T.O. too, and I don't want to go to the camp. You'll probably do the same thing that Teofimo Lopez did. Now, I understand this, and I think that all sides need to take into accountability. Sometimes, even if you feel something, even if you're right, that doesn't mean you need to say things out loud, or when you have relationships, friendships, associations with people that you probably do care about, right? I'm going to give you one example. Teofimo Lopez and the Teofimo Lopez team, when they was asked about the prediction of Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga, they said their prediction. They said that Edgar Berlanga won't make it to the 7th or 8th round, right? Maybe, and this is what I'm saying, that just because you may feel a certain way, that doesn't mean to go public, because then it feels like you're not supporting a guy that you probably that you was cool with. You know what I'm saying? And they respect the Teofimo Lopez. I seen the Berlanga team respect the Lopez team, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Edgar Berlanga and Teofimo Lopez, there was videos of them chilling and hanging out in Miami, Florida, I believe so, a couple of years ago. Just because, and this for the Lopez, just because you feel something that is right, maybe doesn't have to say in the public eye. And I understand that. As a matter of fact, I had a tiny criticism of, let's say, certain fighters I might respect, or they may respect me, right? Let's say I've criticized Berlanga, and I've criticized Teofimo Lopez, and I've praised both of them. I've been hyping Edgar Berlanga as being the face of Puerto Rican boxing for years. It's in my channel. I go check the archives, and you already know that Teofimo Lopez is my guy. He's my boy. He's the guy that I support because he is the captain of the generation, the commander in chief. Been following him since the amateurs, and I believe that he is the face, gonna be the future face of the sport of boxing. Right? He got the accolades. The most accomplished fighter under 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? But certain criticism, maybe I shouldn't never say, because they get a lot of hate. T.O. gets a lot of hate. Edgar Berlanga gets a lot of hate. So then I could understand let's say if I have a small criticism of Teofimo Lopez, and let's say that Teofimo Lopez be like, come on, yo, damn, punch. Damn, I'm getting older. I understand that. Damn, you know what? Even if I feel a certain way, even there's a small criticism and stuff like that, man, I don't need to put it out there. Because you have relations, just like how Teofimo Lopez said his prediction. Maybe the Lopez should have never said the prediction. It should have been like, let the best man win, and they embrace each other during fight week, right? But then Edgar Berlanga then will hear like, oh shit, oh y'all think he's gonna knock me out? Damn, I thought y'all was my boy. Like, damn, y'all came over here and say what's up. So it's a touchy subject because everybody knows each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to support each other. Let's say if Teofimo Lopez would have been like, yo, Edgar Berlanga, do your thing, and then Canelo Alvarez would be like, diablo, tío, pero tú estabas conmigo en campamento, ahora tú estás apoyando a Edgar Berlanga, vete de aquí, no somos amigos. See, you don't know. Sometimes the best way in these situations is probably to play neutral. Sometimes you got to be what's the word? What's the phrase? Politically correct, right? Sometimes they got to just say something politically correct and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is what it is also. That we all from New York. And New York dudes, man, New York people, New York attitude, man, we just say how it is. But also by saying how it is, us New York people, we don't gotta take everything personal as well. We don't got hair in our tongue, bro. We say how it is. But even though we know that we got love for one another, yo, New York City, we snap. That's that. We snap, slap box. You know what I'm saying? That's a culture. A culture that we snap at each other. We always this, but in a good way, and we don't hold nothing back. That's our attitude. That's the way that El Donaldo Trumpo, President 45, that's the way that he talk. That's the way the Teofimo Lopez talk. That's the way the Edgar Berlanga talk. Look how Edgar Berlanga was talking to Canelo Alvarez leading up to the fight. Jaime Munguia wasn't talking like that. Triple G wasn't talking like that. Bivol wasn't talking about like that. John Ryder, because that's that New York attitude. And even Edgar Berlanga, when he said, yo, Canelo Alvarez is my idol, but I couldn't let him know, man. I had to talk my talk. But it's not personal. Same thing with Teofimo Lopez. The prediction is not personal, Edgar. And you shouldn't go at Teofimo Lopez saying he's not real. He's not really from Brooklyn. And let me say it like this. If there's any other fighter that's been putting Brooklyn in the map for the past years, has been Teofimo Lopez, Edgar Berlanga. And you know that. And the team knows that. And everybody knows that. Outside of Amanda Serrano, Teofimo Lopez have been putting Brooklyn in the map. Has kept New York boxing alive. That has been Teofimo Lopez. So to say that, it doesn't make any sense for this division. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? But I understand their frustration. Well, let's say I could understand the frustration from Berlanga saying, damn, you wasn't supporting me in my biggest night as well. Probably you should have kept it neutral. You should have said that I was going to get knocked out by the 7th, 8th round. I could understand that energy. I could understand it. But also understand that he was working and he's aligning himself with somebody that is your idol, and probably you align yourself if you had the opportunity. So it's all about growth. It's all about understanding. You feel me? I think that Teofimo Lopez has done a wonderful job, and I think that Edgar Berlanga has done a great job this past weekend in earning the respect that people didn't have. Even Puerto Rican people, Edgar Berlanga, you know this. A lot of Puerto Rican was saying that you're not real Puerto Rican, and they were saying that you're not the next face of Puerto Rican. But there was a lot of Puerto Rican people that didn't believe in you, but you did the right thing this past weekend. You did this right thing, and you gained those Puerto Rican. Look, I'm going to say it like this. Edgar Berlanga is more Puerto Rican than the Puerto Ricans that said that he's not a real Puerto Rican. He showed a Puerto Rican heart. He showed Puerto Rican testicular fortitude and mental fortitude. He showed the Puerto Rican pride in that ring. And Teofimo Lopez shows that Brooklyn pride everywhere he go. You wasn't born in Puerto Rico, but you show that Puerto Rican pride more than even Subriel Matias that was born in Puerto Rico. You show more pride in Puerto Rico than... And Teofimo Lopez walk the walk and talk the talk and walk that New York-ish and keeps New York boxing alive. As a matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez got a New York State Hall of Fame Fighter of the Year. Yes, Teofimo Lopez. Now I say this, Edgar Berlanga, you exceeded the expectations, and a lot of people, we're proud of you in New York City. The Latinos is proud of you, just like we're proud of both of you guys. But you didn't win the fight. I don't want Edgar Berlanga to. I want Edgar Berlanga to be happy with his performance just because of the odds of him winning, right? And people not believing that he can even make it to the 6 rounds, right? But still, you don't celebrate to the point where you celebrate because you put in the hard work, you got money and stuff like that, probably life-changing money, but it's still work to do. Don't take this as a victory because you was trying to prove the haters wrong that you could go a whole 12. That's not, going a whole 12 should not be the ultimate goal. It's winning. So Edgar Berlanga get back in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he come back to New York City and perform at the Barclays Center. I think a homecoming fight will be beautiful. I think it's gonna sell out. I'm going to the fight. I'm gonna support. I can't wait to see Teofimo Lopez get back in the ring. Hopefully it's Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford don't duck that smoke. That Teofimo Lopez is daring to be great, and hopefully in the future, both of these entities, both of these brothers, both of the Latinos Unidos will come and unite and support one another, and don't take things that personal and stuff like that. It's not that serious. I think both of them should call one another, be like, yo, this is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? hey, you know, I'm showing support. He supported me. Think about Canelo Alvarez been supporting Teofimo Lopez even in his downfall. A lot of people don't know that Canelo Alvarez was there when a lot of people didn't believe in Teofimo Lopez, and he was a confidant, a support system. All I'm saying is kind of touching when you know a lot of people and you need to pick and choose. Not pick and choose. It's a tough position, but maybe in the future, we hold our opinions. We keep certain opinions that if we care for one another, we keep those opinions outside of the public eye. So I understand in my experience, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully Teofimo Lopez, Edgar Berlanga learns from this experience. You know what I'm saying? Don't divide. It's time to unite. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all already know this is Plunger Unboxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. I'm proud of everybody. Proud of Canelo Alvarez. Great win. Proud of Edgar Berlanga. Great performance. Proud of Teofimo Lopez. Still daring to be, want to dare to be great and take over, like his name, the takeover, and standing up to Bud Crawford. And hopefully Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bud Crawford, 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. Don't back down on this fight. Teofimo Lopez versus Bud Crawford is going to be the number 1, number 2 fight in the sport of boxing. Let's make it happen. And hopefully Edgar Berlanga fights the likes of Jaime Munguia, Kalen Plant, Demetrius Andre. That would be a great fight, a great comeback fight. You know what I'm saying? New York City, let's go. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.